If you've been scrolling through endless listings, watching video after video, and still feel stuck wondering whether a commercial ice machine is really worth the space, money, and effort, this review is here to cut through the noise. I've spent the last few weeks watching how bars, catering services, and even busy households handle their ice needs, and I've spoken with a couple of owners who were on the fence before they finally took the plunge. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's walk through what the Ice-O-Matic Elevation Series CIM0530FA actually brings to the table, where it shines, and where you might want to keep looking. First off, the biggest hesitation people have is the sheer output number. 561 pounds of cube ice per day sounds massive, and it's easy to wonder if you'll ever get close to that in real life. The truth is, that figure is a ceiling you'll only approach if you're running a high-volume operation like a nightclub, a large restaurant, or a sports arena. For a small coffee shop that serves maybe 50 drinks an hour, you'll probably be pulling the lever just a few times a day and still have plenty left over. That's where the value part of the equation shifts from how many pounds can it make to how much hassle does it save you compared to ordering bagged ice or using a countertop unit. In practice, the Elevation Series drops a full tray of 10-inch cubes in about 6 minutes, so you never have to scramble for ice during a rush. One of the standout practical strengths is the Purius protection system. What that means in day-to-day use is a built-in filtration that constantly monitors water quality and stops the machine if it detects anything that could compromise the taste or clarity of the cubes. I saw a catering manager explain that before this system, they'd occasionally get a batch of cloudy ice that left a slight aftertaste in cocktails. With Purius, the machine shuts down and alerts you before that happens, saving you the embarrassment of serving subpar ice to guests. It's a subtle feature, but in environments where presentation matters, that extra layer of control can be a quiet game-changer. Maintenance is another area where the Elevation Series tries to be user-friendly. The water line and the internal filters are designed for quick removal, and the machine even has a self-clean cycle that you can start with a single button press. In a real kitchen, that translates to a technician walking in, flipping a switch, and letting the machine run through its cleaning routine while they finish prep work. The downside is that you still need to schedule a professional service at least once a year to check the refrigeration coils and replace the water filter, which adds a modest recurring cost. If you were hoping for a completely set-it-and-forget-it device, you'll need to factor that in. Installation flexibility is often a hidden trade-off for larger units. The Elevation Series is built to fit under a standard 42-inch countertop, but you'll need a dedicated water line, a 110-volt outlet, and a vented space for the condenser. In a tight back-of-house layout, you might have to rearrange shelving or install a small utility closet to accommodate it. That's a one-time pain point, but once it's set up, you won't need to move it again. If you're renting a space where you can't make permanent changes, you may want to look at portable countertop models instead. Who should buy this machine? If you're running a venue that serves more than a few hundred drinks a night, the high daily output will pay for itself quickly. Think about a bar that offers a build-your-own cocktail experience, a hotel with a 24-hour minibar, or a catering service that needs to keep large tubs of ice on hand for multiple events. The ability to generate fresh cubes on demand means you won't have to store bags of ice that melt and refreeze, which can affect texture and flavor. For those businesses, the Elevation Series reduces waste, cuts down on third-party ice costs, and offers a consistent product that customers can taste. On the flip side, if you're a small CAF that sells a handful of iced coffees each morning, you'll likely be paying for capacity you never use. The initial purchase price for a unit that can produce over half a ton of ice daily is steep, and the ongoing electricity draw isn't negligible. In those cases, a smaller under-counter model or even a high-capacity countertop ice maker could meet the need at a fraction of the cost. Also, if your location doesn't have easy access to a water line, the installation complexity might outweigh the benefits. Let's talk about the practical day-to-day experience. Imagine a busy Saturday night, the bar is packed, the bartender is juggling drinks, and the ice bin is already half empty. With the Elevation Series humming in the background, the bartender can press the dispense button and get a full tray of clear cubes within minutes, without having to run to the back door for a new bag. The ice.